enjoy this video, then please leave a like and a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And while you're here, why not check out all our other content? Thank you, and enjoy the video.
Also, this video contains spoilers for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. If you haven't seen the movie yet, click off the video now. This is your only warning. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts is the best Transformers movie ever. You heard me. Better than the 1986 movie, better than any of the Michael Bay movies, better than Bumblebee, and I am here to explain why. Let's start with the story. This movie understands that you don't need a complicated plot to be entertaining. A lot of the shows and even some of the movies are like, more. We gotta put in more. We need more plot, more story points, more characters. Go, 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 go. But this movie was simple and straight to the point. Basically, Unicron wants this thing called the Transwarp Key, so he can travel to other dimensions and eat as many planets as he wants. The Maximals want to protect the key, and the Autobots want it because they don't want Unicron to have it, and so they can go home to Cybertron. We also get introduced to... Fuck, I forgot his name. Noah Diaz, an ex-military guy who's having trouble providing for his family, and since no one wants to hire him, he has to resort to stealing cars. And then he meets Mirage, and now he's involved in the story. We also get Elena, I don't know her second name, who gets involved because she found a statue with part of the key in it. They go from place to place trying to get the key, but the Terracons succeed, and end up opening a portal to summon Unicron. To put it simply, Optimus Prime teams up with Monkey to stop Space Satan and his three musketeers. This is a pretty good story. Simple enough to understand, but complicated enough to not be insulting. If there's one problem I have with the story, it's how the Maximals meet the Autobots. Basically, Noah and Elena walk out of a tunnel and into a jungle. Then Primal shows up and is like, hey yo, what the fuck are you doing in my jungle? Then Optimus shows up and is like, what the fuck a talking monkey? Then Airazor shows up and is like, oh hey, what's up Primal? And then suddenly they're all friends. But that's really the only problem I had with the story. I can't believe this movie actually made me care about Optimus Prime. In all the shows, he's a lifeless shell of a character who says the same copy and pasted bullshit all the time. And in the movies, he's an angry psycho who kills people because they dared to exist. But in this movie, he actually has emotions? A personality? In this movie, he blames himself for taking the Autobots away from Cybertron with no way to get back. So when he finds out about the key, he gets impatient like, we gotta go, we're wasting time, we gotta find this key, come on. And then when Scourge kills Bumblebee, Optimus actually has a reason to be angry, instead of just, oh shit, is that the bad guy? Kill him. Bumblebee was alright too. He has some cool moments, some funny jokes, mainly the one where Optimus tells him to shut the fuck up. And for once, he doesn't take over the entire movie, mainly because he was dead for most of it. I actually really liked Mirage. He's one of my favorite characters in this movie. I like how he's the only one trying to be comic relief. Unlike the other movies where everyone was trying to be comic relief. RC doesn't really do anything in this movie. She does some stuff at the start, but after they get to Peru, she kind of just stops talking. Same with Wheeljack and Stratosphere. Like, they get introduced and then stop being important. Primal. I like how he was the polar opposite of Optimus. Like, Optimus is kind of hesitant to team up with humans, but Primal is completely different. Like, he's hanging out with these people in Peru, and he trusts them to literally hold the key for him. Airazor was mostly there for, like, exposition, Like, who are the Maximals? What is the key? Stuff like that. And then she dies. Cheetor and Rhinox are pretty much background characters. Cheetor has like 4 lines in the whole movie, and Rhinox literally says nothing. At least they don't die, but like, why would you have them in the movie if you weren't gonna do anything with them? I think they could have given some of Primal's lines to Rhinox. Like, when they're talking to the villagers, like, Rhinox could have been a translator for the Maximals and Autobots. But no, he just says nothing, does nothing, in the background for most of it. Battletrap and Nightbird. They don't really do anything, they're just sort of there to help Scourge. Speaking of, Scourge is the best part of this movie. I'm not joking, honestly, he's one of the best villains in Transformers media. In the first minutes of the film, he comes in and shows the audience he's not fucking around by killing the Maximal leader. And you could argue that maybe the Maximal leader, like, he wasn't that strong, so it was pretty easy. We don't know the Maximal leader, we don't know how strong he was. But Scourge then does the unthinkable and kills Bumblebee. We know Bumblebee, we know he can take on larger enemies. Shatter and Dropkick, Blitzwing. If we're talking about other media, he did technically kill Megatron in Prime. So yeah, this guy is an absolute beast. Instant top 3. And finally for the characters, Unicron. He doesn't do much. He tells Scourge to go get the key. He tortures him when he only brings him half of the key. And then he sends out some scorpions in the final battle. That's all he does. Yay. And can I just take a second to talk about the key itself? I like how they don't over-explain it, it's just, this is what it is, this is what it does. Because if this was in any other show, it would be like, oh, it was made by a god, made from a dying star. It was made so that other dimensions could interact with each other. One of the primes used it to stop a dimensional war. Like, we don't need that shit. All we need is, it's a key, it can let you travel to other dimensions. That's it. Great. Visuals. The movie looks good. Voice acting. I'd say overall the voice acting was good, but there were a few parts that weren't. There's a few points at the start where Optimus's voice sounds a bit AI generated. Like, it should sound like this. This could be our ticket back to Cybertron. But instead it was like, this could be our key back to Cybertron. It just sounded a bit like a bunch of clips edited together. Also, Nightbird sounded too much like Shadow to the point where I thought it was the same voice actor. Character designs. Optimus hasn't really changed from the Bumblebee movie. He has a face now. It looks better in the film than in the trailers. Bumblebee is just another Bumblebee design. They all look the same. Mirage is, like, close to looking human like the other movie designs, but it's robotic enough that it's not distracting. RC is good. Nothing special, but 100 times better than the puppet-faced freak that is the Bumblebee design. Wheeljack is fine. I'd even say I like his design. I think people are overreacting when they say he's the ugliest thing ever. Because there are way worse designs. Stratosphere looks fine. The Maximals all look good. Battletrap's design is pure sex. Don't really have anything to say about Nightbird. And Scourge is the best thing ever. Comedy. There are actually funny jokes in this. Like, they're all clever and well written. There's one sex joke, but it's really subtle instead of just being, ha, funny sex joke, funny sex, laugh at our funny sex jokes, haha, funny, so funny. G.I. Joe. I don't know how to feel about the G.I. Joe crossover or the G.I. Joe movie. Like, I don't care about G.I. Joe. But yeah, that's Rise of the Beasts. 10 out of 10, I love it. Its flaws can go away, they don't matter. Just fun movie. An actual piece of Transformers media that's just fun. And I was starting to think that was impossible. That's it for me. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment, join my Discord server, and subscribe to The Great Soundwave. I'll see you next time.